Okay, folks, what's going on? I never thought this day would come. I actually broke my cherry. I cracked 100 subscribers. I started back beginning of April. Just, I've been watching you guys' videos for a long time. I said, you know what, let me jump in the deep end and, get in the mix. So I just want to thank you all for, all the kind words and everything, supporting me. It's been fun, I'm pretty domesticated now, live-in girlfriend, so I don't go crazy anymore, so I got to channel my energy somewhere. So I basically got back into comics, and that's been one of my outlets. Instead of running around like a drunk madman in the streets of New York City every night, getting into God knows what. Which is funny because my girlfriend's in Vegas this week, and I'm twitching to go out. But I said, know what? Let me just have a few drinks, eat a nice cheeseburger, and make a video and stay in. Nothing good happens after 10 o'clock. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the questions that I want to do in my contest video. Please just leave me a comment on this video if you did enter, and then I will go find your video and watch it. And then I think I'm just going to have one winner. It's open to everybody. Got a ton of people across the pond who are into this. Say, you know what? I'm a big boy. I'll mail it out there if one of you guys wins. It is what it is. Who cares? Okay, so let's kick it off. What's the first question? Where do you live? I just answered this. I live in Jersey City. Grew up in New York City, downtown Manhattan, but I live in Jersey City. What is the origin of your YouTube name? I think this is a great question. None of these questions are reinventing the wheel, but, I'm trying to do ones I haven't heard lately or, ever. I think it's a great question. Me, it's pretty boring. My name is James, and C is the first initial of my last name, so it's Jimmy C. But I think this is a great question, where'd Mercer come from? Does he want to be a hitman astronaut? Does Vin Crew love, rowboating? Does District 12 really love the Twilight series? You know what I mean? So, a lot of guys have some quirky names, you just wonder where it came about. Now maybe if these guys do the videos, we'll know the origin of their names. Anyway, another next question is, what's the first comic you personally bought yourself? In a store or online? I guess I'd assume it'd be in a shop or whatever. For me, I've said it before, it was Damage Control #4. I was a little kid, I went into the store, and I bought it. I saw Wolverine on the cover. I didn't know what was going on. Actually, Rogue is in this book, and, her skin is like, her arm is, she's bleeding, and somebody tries to touch her, and she's like, no, you can't touch me. And I was like, I had no idea why, because, I just started collecting and reading. I was like, well, and there was no answer for it. And back then, it really wasn't internet to look it up or whatever. But, anyway. Next question. What's the best deal you have ever gotten on a comic book purchase? So, yeah, I'm really looking for one, but, if you feel like you want to share a little more, by all means. I got a couple. I couldn't really pick one. So, I've showed it before. Johnny Homicidal Maniac, I paid about 40 cents for this. It's worth like 50 bucks, I think. Man Called Nova, which is a recent purchase. I got it about maybe 2 months ago. I showed it. I got this for $1, and it's in great shape. And these last four I bought, off the rack, so it's a great deal, in hindsight, but who knew? First Gambit, I paid $1 when it came out. New Mutants first, Deadpool, and then the 2 X Factor books. So I paid, $4 for these 4 books pretty much. So, like I said, you could do one book, you could do a few, this is an easygoing thing. You do whatever you want to do. On the flip side, what book did you overpay for? And, like, how much ballpark, if you can remember, because you wanted it so bad, were you willing to take the humping and get screwed, and you're overpaying? I do not have, the way I do business, I really don't let myself get screwed, and there's no book that I'm dying for that I'm going to do, but, hey, this is the video, and you got to do it. So I thought long and hard, and this book, it's in great shape. I paid 35 bucks for it, and I was like, what the hell was I thinking? But, I put the bid in on eBay. I must have been drinking or whatever, and I said, you know what, I put the bid in, I got to man up and buy it. But you could get this for way less than 35 bucks. It's still really great. Hey, you never know what happens in 2 years. Maybe $35 will be a steal in hindsight. But as of right now, I got screwed on it. But it's okay. What's the most expensive comic book you own? I'm not even going to show them. It's probably my Giant Size X-Men one, X-Men 94. Maybe the Hulk first that my girlfriend bought me, the Hulk 8.5 CGC. It's the cameo Wolverine. I think that's going for about $400. So either one of those. I don't want to show them. You've seen them already. No need. Next question. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Not shout-outs or who's up and coming. Overall, who's the guy you look forward to most of all, that when you see they uploaded a video, you're excited? I got a bunch, but you know what? If you got to just pick one and don't mention any others. For me, it was a tough one, actually. There's a few guys, and I hate to not mention them, but you don't mention them. So for me, overall, if I could just watch one guy's videos and that's it, it would be Yanni Gogolak. He's pretty cool. If you guys haven't checked him out, I'll see if I put the link if I remember. But I really enjoy his videos. Of course, the dog's got to start in. Anyway, let's see. Okay, next question. This one's a good one. If you're home on a Friday night drinking, which, it's probably me most of the time, what's the comic you're most likely to buy on an impulse if you're drunk and whacked and you're just like wandering around eBay, wasted, and that you're going to regret in the morning? I thought that was a pretty different question. For me, and I've done it before, and, don't take it the wrong way. I by no means have the money, but I've found myself the next morning waking up, and I want this book so bad, and, it wouldn't bankrupt me, and I know in the future, this is a great investment, and I play with stocks, so, this is, a can't lose. Hulk #1, signed CGC by Stan Lee. This book goes for, $10,000 and up, at, a 5 and up. And I've woke up in the morning, and, it's not like when I'm drunk, I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but I rationalize better when I'm drunk. And I'm like, but the girlfriend can never find out. But I've thrown in bids and made best offers for about up to $8,000 for this friggin' book. And I'm like, you know what? Leave it up to fate and being drunk. But if they accepted it, I got credit cards. I don't care. I don't have kids. I got a girlfriend. I'm doing all right. Screw it. If it happens, it happens. Leave it up to fate. But I've never gotten it. They want just that little too much. 10.5 is the lowest they'll go, and 8's really the most I could swallow getting that book. And even that's a tremendous amount of money to spend. But you know what? When this guy dies, Stan Lee, another few years, he ain't signing no more Hulk #1s. And there's only a few out there. So, anyway, that's my story. Okay, given it being World Cup time, let's mix it up a little bit. This is really for my brethren across the pond. Which football club do you support and why? Translation for my American peoples. What's your favorite soccer team? And if you don't like a soccer team, if you're in America, I understand, I get it. I worked for Major League Soccer for 6 years, so I'm kind of into it. I know what's going on. What's your favorite sports team overall and why, if you're not into soccer? For me, it is Fulham. Come on, Fulham. When I went out to England, that was the first and only game I saw. Look here. Come on, you whites. That's their thing. Pretty crazy catchphrase over here. I don't think it would catch on. But FFC, Craven Cottage. I was there, row 3. They played Birmingham. Whoever lost got regulated. It means they're going down to the next league, the lower league, and they lose tons of money, like sponsorship money. So it's a huge thing to get deregulated. But this game was amazing. When you're out there, it's just so much fun. You can't even drink in the stands because the crowds are so nuts. You have to go drink inside. But you can also bet on things in the game. First guy to score a goal, whoever to win. How awesome is that? You could bet at the stadium. Oh, I'm a degenerate. I love that stuff. Okay, I think the last question. I don't want this to be homework. Actually, you know what? I think that was the last question. So, guys, don't go crazy. You could just give one answer for them all. If you have a couple you want to give, except for the favorite YouTuber, you got to just pick one. What was I going to say? If you have any questions for me, this is not mandatory. If you're curious about anything, who knows? It could be anything about comics, life, bullshit, whatever. Feel free to ask. That could be included. If you don't have a question for me, don't force yourself. You don't need to ask one because then I got to answer it anyway. And okay, so last but not least, I'm going to show you what the winner's going to get. We're going to close this contest July 18th, so it's like a Friday, about 3 weeks from now, so give people plenty of time. So, I don't know who wants these books, but this is the prize, so I think I try to make it a pretty assortment. One Shot X-Men, #1, Odd Man Out, Sensational Spider-Man Variant Edition. I like the white cover, one more day. X-Men Ghost Boxes 2 of 2. We got Last Planet Standing 5 of 5. Sorry, that's all I have. And then on the flip side, randomness. G.I. Joe Cobra Commander Returns. Now I got a bunch of Deadpools. Deadpool 17, 14, 13, 12. Got the variant second print edition. I like that cover. And number 9. We also got Daredevil. I'm sorry, we got Deadpool. These are all Deadpools. I forget if I said Daredevil. Deadpool 15. Deadpool Suicide Kings 1 of 5. Oh, pretty cool. We've seen this before, like a DC. Deadpool Suicide Kings 5 of 5. Got What If House of M, one shot. What If Fallen Sun. We got What If Newer Fantastic Four, whatever. Got World War Hulk Heroes for Hire number 14. X-Men vs. Hulk. And wrapping it up, we got House of M Avengers 3 of 5. Little Punisher. Garth Ennis, the Punisher, Max Comics. Oops, give me 1 second. That fell down. And to round it out, we got X-Men. What if Uncanny X-Men 1? And last but not least, just throwing it in there, X-Men Classic 62 and X-Men Classic 54. One more thing I got for you guys. You know what? There's also going to be. We'll keep it secret. I got a couple of other things I'm going to throw in for the winner. I'm just not going to announce it. I think it's pretty cool, random throwback stuff. So thanks again, Jimmy C, hitting 100. Everyone be safe. Have a great night. God bless and good night.